It's I guess because we grew up with like Snapchat and like you're living online and seeing your mates through that and stuff. But when like at a gig, it's like pure connection.
Yeah.
Like real connection. And that
Creativity
was,
in general is like pure connection.
oh yeah, and like that was like we were just like yeah, let's do this for the rest of our lives if we can, if we're lucky enough.
3, 2, 1, sigla! Questi siamo io, Carlo ed Harry. Intervistiamo persone che hanno tante cose da dire e raccontare. Per questo conduciamo EST AND GUEST, che esce sulle nostre piattaforme ogni giovedì alle 14 ed è categorizzato da noi stessi come il miglior format di interviste del mondo. Ricordatevi di mettere like, iscrivervi e commentare. Buona visione!
Guys, welcome back. This is EST Radio. I'm Carlo, hosting EST AND GUEST. On my left side, my dearest friend Andre.
Great to be here.
Hello.
We are the pleasure to introduce our special guest of today, guys, Eli and Rob from Inhaler.
Hello. Hello.
You got the sound bites.
He's like fucking trumpets, but it's okay. Also
Yeah,
with
man.
you guys. Welcome, guys.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you so much for staying here with us. We have like this couple of minutes of chatting, but we
Yeah.
are very, very, very happy.
Oh,
we love you. We love your genre, musical
Thanks,
genre.
man.
So we are very happy.
Okay, cool.
So we would like to begin this interview with an icebreaker questions, the most frequently asked question for you, I guess. And could you guys tell us how you guys met and how the band came into life?
Yeah.
This is it always changes.
Yeah. What version do you want of this story as well? Because
The funniest or the weirdest?
I got
All the
one.
weirdest.
I met Rob because he came to our school when we were very young, and all of a sudden it was like this new kid in the school who was like all the girls love because of his blue eyes and he could sing.
Ocean eyes.
Yeah. And it was like, oh my god.
The guy had ocean eyes.
The fact that he's
nowhere-
shaking the head
yeah,
means that is absolutely true.
No, I was about to say it wasn't true at all.
And
It was all
and-
whispers. It
Yeah.
didn't, nothing came to fruition, as they say. I didn't get any action. It was just all talk. All talk. And so he's making it up is what he's doing.
and then we he could play guitar, so that was like
That's true. That part's
crazy.
true.
And then we were like, oh, let's make a band, and that was it. And then we just like we pretended like we were practicing, but really we would just go over to somebody's house and eat pizza, and and watch telly.
It was
That
an
was-
excuse to get together. It was
Yeah.
it's a good and fun thing to
Yeah.
do that
Yeah.
maybe you didn't have the opportunity to do otherwise.
Oh,
and then you started realizing between one pizza and the other that you were actually
We had a lot
something.
in common. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a friendship group as opposed to
was.
like band, and then it just slowly became.
Wow.
We just took it more and more seriously as the years went on.
Yeah.
And then Josh joined the band, and that's kind of he's the guitar player.
He's a
Um,
real guitar player.
Yeah, he brought a level of professionalism to the whole thing, to which we went because he was in a different school too. So when we did practice, it no longer felt like we were just doing it after school. It felt like, oh, he's making a journey from his other school to come see us. This is pretty serious.
Yeah.
And that was when we were like 15. So
Wow.
from then we were doing like 2 days a week for like 5 hours each day. So we're doing 10 hours a week every week since then. And that's the main reason I think we're here, to be honest, is we started really young. So it was a lot easier to kind of slowly build and get better slowly, as opposed to like some people have a TikTok song and then they get massive and they've got two weeks to learn how to perform.
Perform,
and
yeah.
To
write.
be an artist.
We had 10 years.
This is like the best way to grow. No?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
It's
yeah.
definitely
Have the time to understand yourself, understand what you like and not like, and
Yeah.
this kind of stuff.
But in a way, I kind of feel like we did go into it very early. Like now I look back and I'm like, oh my god, we had no idea what we were doing. You know what I mean? Like I would love to go back and kind of get in the studio again for the first album. But I think it's done so well for us, and we're really proud of it. It was crazy. I kind of wish we had a TikTok song now. You know?
Yeah, but you came before TikTok, so
Yeah,
you
yeah.
anticipated the trend.
It was Snapchat back then.
Oh,
That
wow.
was the thing, man.
Yeah, I remember the Snapchat being super
Yeah.
popular, both I went to uni in the UK, so
Oh, no
I
way.
remember that everyone was talking about this the Snapchat that I couldn't understand, and then I had to because again to get some action, you know.
Yeah, definitely.
I guess it's Snapchat is like like is still one of the best social in UK and USA. Here in
yeah.
Italy, it's like quite died.
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah, my brother only uses Snapchat. He doesn't
Yeah.
use Instagram or Facebook, and he's a good bit younger.
Yeah,
So I
there
think
you
it's come back again.
We had our Snapchat time, I guess, like 8 years ago.
Yeah, something like that.
And then it stopped the vibe.
I
of
think that was the
Snapchat.
same for us. I think that was the same for us.
What's weird now is going back and looking at all your Snapchats. Like the
Yeah, it's
Snapchat memories.
fucking weird.
When I was like 13, it's not good.
I don't know if I want to do
Yeah,
that.
no, don't do it. Do not do that.
But
Yeah.
talking back on your music, like, did you have like when you first got together some references that you were like, we want to be about the same thing as this band, we want to be about the same genre as this band, or you were just pouring your soul out in music and then you figure it out along the way?
Yeah.
I kind of wish we had. I don't think we were smart enough to go, oh, we're listening to this, so we should do this. We just listened to it. So the one thing we did share was just like bands like Nirvana and like Metallica and heavier bands at the start. It was kind of like we could have been a metal band for a moment, but then we didn't make music that sounded anything like that.
Yeah, no.
And that's kind of continued throughout the whole thing. Then the Stone Roses were a big influence on us, and that kind of seemed to kind of flick a switch with us. And I think around then we started playing a lot more shows. But yeah, it feels like we've always had these kind of crazy references, but we've never really gone with it.
Yeah. We just it is like just whatever comes out is kind of what we go with. There was never any like rules. You know what I mean? It was like,
that's great.
I feel like we were just like, a lot of bands go into it with like, okay, we're gonna dress like this and we're gonna have these sort of effects, and there's like, there's restrictions in place.
Yeah.
Like boxes or something like that.
But we were like never, because I think we all had such different music taste that it was like we just wanted to meet in the middle.
Yeah, that's great.
And so it's just always felt very natural and organic, and but yeah, we kind of wish that we were like some sort of like The Fall or something where we could just speak and but now we've got to sing these like big choruses and stuff. It's a lot of work.
Yeah, it's a lot of work, but I like that you didn't put any limitations or rules, because I don't think that works great with creativity. I think you gotta let it run free, and especially if you got different personalities, different music tastes, it's great to find this kind of artistic compromise that then is what you're telling us that the music comes from. So that's brilliant,
It
actually.
was very important to do that. But yeah, no, I mean, we've always felt a bit more like a pop band,
Okay.
It's good. I like it. Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah.
It's good. I mean, pop doesn't have to be, I feel that nowadays, pop sometimes it means equals mainstreams, equals, something easy, but it's not because it's easy to like that it's easy to do. So I always enjoy to meet artists like you that recognize that being pop in a certain way of being pop is actually really cool, because it's not easy at all to being enjoyed by so many different ears.
Also, because pop means popular, so it's for the people.
Yeah,
it's not like
for
industry thing. It's like for the people, popular. Yeah.
And for us, like Nevermind by Nirvana is pop. It's a pop,
It's pop.
album.
It's a album.
But we don't sound like Sabrina Carpenter.
No, of course.
That's pop.
Yeah, that's super pop.
No shade.
No, we love Sabrina Carpenter, but
cool. But yeah, we're not pop in that sense. I think we're more pop in the sense of like we love songs, and like choruses, and that's always been what we put forward.
yeah, also synthesize what people's like and what people thinks and love and want to listen.
Yeah, it tends to be more relevant. I always find rather than, as you said, maybe some bands that start with so many restrictions in place that then they automatically narrow their audience to the people that they want to speak to. But maybe there was someone else that didn't look like that or didn't add that same profile that will actually enjoy that music.
Yeah,
but you lost them because you just removed them from the equation.
Yeah.
Which is,
I just think boundaries, like for us, I think it's all artist dependent, but like it never felt attractive to us to do that. It was it never felt like natural if we were like, let's make like this sort of album.
Yeah.
You know, we always felt like, nah, let's not do that. It sounds boring.
We're probably gonna do that now. Like at some point, and you're gonna go. They were lying. Yeah.
That's
Just
like,
sneaky guys.
We're making it up
They
as
did
we
it.
go.
They actually did it.
guys, moving forward and talking about like turning points.
Yeah.
Is there a moment, a song, a concert of you guys that you feel like changed something in your career? Or a moment or few moments?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we were talking about it earlier, but we did a show in Dublin, in a place called the Workman's Club, which is, I don't know if you know a band called Fontaines DC.
Yeah.
And there's another band called the Murder Capital. There's a big list of bands really, but we all played in this club at kind of the same time, and this was back before any of us were really having much success. And I remember we did a show there, and we didn't sell a lot of tickets, but we managed to like convince a lot of our friends to go. And we were just playing. We had like 2 songs released at that
Yeah,
stage.
they came out of pity.
yeah, they felt bad for us because it was years of being in school with us or knowing us like from down the road and just being like, oh, those guys are still trying to be in a band. Or whatever.
Again.
Yeah, exactly.
Them again.
It's
Yeah.
sadly true.
So they came to the show and we were playing, and we played a song called I Want You, which was like our first ever single. And we just noticed people were like singing along and singing back the words. And that was a real moment, I think, without us even really talking about it. I think we just realized that the music that you make can be bigger than you, I guess. It can like mean something to other people, which we hadn't even considered. I think when we were younger, we were just doing it for ourselves. We were kind of being selfish and just not even sharing it with people. We didn't really play it to family or friends. We just like, it was like a fan club almost, like a little tribe.
A secret society.
Exactly.
In a way.
Yeah. So I guess that was the moment where we realized it could be bigger than that. And yeah, kind of just went from there. And then we just started doing more and more shows and releasing music. And yeah.
I think that's the best way, you know, when you put it out there and then you see that it's not only resonating live, but people have already interacted with it. It already resonated. It already means something with them. I can imagine you all having like an awakening of being like, okay, this works. You know, that people are singing in the front row, are vibing to our music, and then it's probably the secret society can come public now. You know?
I'm sure it was like that with you guys with the podcast too. You know, it's like once you see that little moment, you're like, oh, well, that feels good. I'm going to keep going and, you know, getting more people on. Being in a cool room like this, because you said you started in COVID, right?
Yeah, we started in our own rooms.
Yeah, in your bedrooms. And now we're in the suites. We were in the sweet pad. It's like MTV, man.
I wasn't in Milan at the time.
You wasn't even in Milan.
Because of COVID, I wasn't even in Milan.
No.
So it was, it's. I could recognize in your words, you know, so obviously on a smaller scale what happened with us, but you see that spark in people, and then you realize, okay, what we're doing is probably working, and then let's keep doing it. Let's pursue it.
Yeah, because it's
more.
addictive as well. Like,
it is.
It's like, I guess because we grew up with like Snapchat and like you're living online and seeing your mates through that and stuff. But when like at a gig, it's like pure connection.
Yeah.
Like real connection. And that
Creativity in general is like pure connection.
Oh yeah, and like that was like we were just like, yeah, let's do this for the rest of our lives if we can. If we're lucky enough.
That's always a good way to put it.
way,
yeah.
Keep doing until you can do it.
That's until somebody until they stop coming to the gigs. They're gonna be doing it. You know. Yeah.
That's a great promise to all to
For the crowd, yeah.
Please don't stop coming.
Don't stop coming, then keep going.
Because the guys will come in Milan also. So
Exactly. We wanted to talk about a little bit about Open Wide. The new album.
Coming in a week. Next week.
Man.
Yeah.
7 days.
Yeah.
Are you guys feeling excited?
We haven't had a chance to even talk about it, but I think it's becoming very real.
Okay.
I think I remember when it said 90 days, because on Spotify, on our end, we get to like see a little, like Spotify for artists or whatever, you get to see the album and it has a little counter. I think everyone gets to see it.
They come down.
The countdown thing, And it was not, I remember it being 90 days like it was yesterday. And now it's not even, it's less than 9 days. I don't know. I think you just kind of, when we were making the album, it felt very real and we were very present. And then I think once it's finished, you kind of have to step back and almost forget about it, because we've been talking about it and it's like that time where you have it and you have it finished, but no one else can hear it is quite a weird time, because you want to change things. You start overthinking. You say, maybe we made the wrong album. Maybe it all sucks. And then all of a sudden it's out, and then it changes again, and it's now no longer our album. It's the fans and other people.
But then rehearsing it, because we've been getting ready for the tour. Like that was like the first time we heard it again properly, because you just hear the song and not the recording. And like that was like, I'm so excited to go out and play it.
No,
it's gonna be great.
amazing.
Yeah, because it's quite a pop heavy album, and because we worked with Kid Harpoon, he's like God,
the pop guy.
Yeah. He's love you. And but like it's still like some of the songs can feel very heavy live, which is nice. I like that kind of contrast. It's good.
Yeah, that's good. Also, some variation for you when you play it live. I expect it keeps you going and uplifting, which I'm sure that the fans will benefit a lot in the shows, and I'm sure that everyone listening cannot wait to see you performing it live. We're also with the countdown waiting for that to come out.
Nice.
So
For the album and for the live. Our favorite part.
Yeah, you guys need to come to the show.
Yeah,
We'll
for
sort it
sure,
out.
bro.
Yeah.
For
We'd love
sure,
you to
bro.
have
now
you.
we got it on video, you know.
Yeah,
We're gonna come to the show.
No, of course. There's a man sitting over there who can sort it right out. That guy in the grey, the handsome guy. He looks a bit like Clark Kent.
That's true.
Have you guys? So sorry.
No, go.
No, you're grand.
Backstage
Yeah,
talk.
we're breaking the fourth wall.
Sorry. Yeah, there's no one there. There's no one there.
There's no people in
I'm
here.
talking about God. I'm talking about God in the sky, the man in the sky.
Have you guys between us a test or a must-have thing for your projects that non so come dirlo in inglese, una cosa che deve esserci per forza affinché loro siano convinti
Yeah, you
che la cosa sia giusta?
Yeah, like something that you must have within your creative
To be
process
happy
to
of
be
your project.
you know, some like
Good question.
I mean, like time. It's like actually it sounds so obvious, but it's actually really hard to get, especially because we tour so much. But this album, like, we had a lot of it, and we were like all at home, and we would go into the studio at like 11 and have like a normal routine, you know, like eat properly. I think definitely like being off the road and having time to ourselves is like you have to have it. Otherwise, I think you can just fall into making the same album over again. You need to like grow a little bit. Okay. Yeah, have a good life.
I'd say balance as well.
Yeah.
Because I think the first two albums we lacked balance. We just kind of thought we were just able to just constantly try and write a song, like 16-hour days every day for 4 months. That actually happened, which sounds ridiculous.
True life.
Yeah, and then we realized on this new album that if you do 5 hours and then you go to the park or you go to the cinema or you go to a gallery and you take the weekend off, you can do way more in 5 hours than you could in a full week of 16-hour days, and it just like feels better for you. The music sounds better. Yeah, I think as Eli puts it, sometimes you kind of have to breathe in to breathe out.
it's a great
It's a nice
way to do it.
nice little inhaler reference.
As well. It
Zen
works.
things.
Yeah.
Or Zen activity.
It works
Yeah.
perfectly, and I agree. You know, I mean, the inspiration is all around us, and if you are always locked on what you have to do and what you have to achieve, and you're kind of forcing maybe sometimes the process, it's not as
It
powerful.
doesn't feel natural.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we it's easy to on tour become like a robot.
Yeah.
You know, like we get up late, we go to bed late, and you just are a zombie until you get to the show. Then you're alive at the show, but then you go back to your
Zombie again.
habits right after. So it was very important on this album.
This is also a perfect segue into our next questions, because you were talking about being a little bit more in your comfort zone, you know, being at home, being with a healthier routine, being off the road. What are your comfort zones outside of music? What is that you like to do other than, you know, coming to see the best team in Italy at San Siro live, you know, like you did yesterday?
It's a good question.
Sorry,
Yeah, I know. I mean. I play this game. Okay.
Milan is blue, right?
Yeah. Blue and black.
That's
That's
red.
right.
It's red too, and so I'm only joking. I won't do that to you. It's red as well.
I don't know. We have plenty.
Yeah.
To be honest, like I think you know, bit of PlayStation here and there, never hurt.
Okay.
Movies, going to the cinema. We used to always like with our friends. That was like always what we did after school was go to the movies, and we'd go to the park for a little.
A bit of smoking.
Italy nailer. Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah, we were just testing out the name.
That kind of thing.
I love that the focus
This could be our Italian inside joke too. I love it.
Yeah, that kind of thing. But honestly, like I kind of wish we had a little bit more hobbies. Music is like all encompassing.
Yeah.
I often find when we finish the album, that's when we want to write the most as well, because you're like in that headspace of like you've just done an album and then you're like, oh, I'm done with that.
Yeah.
Like on to the next one. So like writing all the time. Yeah. Like on Logic on the laptop.
Okay, hey,
Yeah,
so I was about to ask you, like, do you like to write at home on your laptop? Do you like to go maybe to a cafe or the park? Do you guys have a creative preference in terms of the writing process?
I don't know. We don't really get out that much.
Or stay all together in a room. I saw an interview of the guys for I don't know other platform in which you were like showing your house.
Oh yeah.
Your basement.
Was that the?
Was that
We had this old rehearsal.
Was it like
space.
real old and big?
Yeah.
And weird? Yeah.
And
Oh,
it
man.
was so cool, bro.
Yeah. It
So
was so
fucking
cool,
cool.
yeah.
Yeah, but we don't have that anymore.
No.
So that was never actually ours.
I don't know if I has a sound for this.
Yeah, crickets.
No.
No, that's the wrong one.
This
There
is
you
the
go.
one.
It's gone. It's gone.
Yeah, we
Fuck
never
life.
actually. It was never ours to begin with. It's a vacant building that was about to be sold, and we were allowed to use it because it was better for there to be people in there apparently, because people were gonna break in and shit. So we were able to use it, and yeah, it's gone. That was cool though. It was like.
This was
so
a cool creative
Yeah.
ambient. Or
Yeah,
So cool.
we have a space now close to where we all live, but it's not the same. But you can't, money can't buy a place like that. That's why it was like falling down. It was like
But the
there was
heat-
no hot
yeah.
water. There was no. Oh, there was cold water. But the bathroom stopped working for a while. We had all sorts of drama going to the toilet at one stage.
problems.
Oh, you don't want to know.
Problems.
You don't want to know. There's a well involved, like in the ground, deep down. That's all I'll say.
What about the
Crisp packets as well.
Yeah, used to heat up the croissants on a radiator.
Yeah, we bought these like little radiators that kind of go like that.
Okay.
Just like heating up the room.
Yeah.
And we'd get croissants and we'd leave them on them. It was like, I don't know what it is in Italian, but it's called squatting.
Okay.
Where
Yeah.
you kind of like, you just like find an abandoned building and live there.
I guess
it was kind of like that.
It's an
Yeah.
Italian, not word, but way of
Yeah.
saying this. Yeah.
We were pretty much doing that, except we were
But
making
it's funny
music.
because we were like 10 minutes from home.
Yeah, and it was in a really safe area as well. So it was, it's not fair for me to say it was like squatting because that's not a nice thing to do.
funny.
But you were
It was
actually
fine,
the
yeah.
security preventing people from squatting.
Yeah, that's what we had.
That is actually true. We actually had a few incidents where like people got close to the building and like the Garda, like the police had to come and get them, and like they'd set off an alarm. Like we had a path to get into this place that we'd like learned, and it was like a load of alarms. It was basically a building site. Anyway, it's in the past now, but yeah,
times.
When we're writing as a four, we tend to just be together indoors, generally just close to a laptop, and just kind of we're pretty focused, and we also don't take it too seriously. Like we chill out and just enjoyed writing
Try to
together.
have fun with it, you know.
Yeah.
It's
We're
probably
still really good friends. Is the other thing. Like
That is
Still,
important.
You know, yeah.
emphasis on
Important thing.
still, yeah.
Non scontato.
yeah, you know, because I think that's easy to lose when you have like when it like work or your like kind of passion becomes like a job, you know, and then there's pressure and there's people that you like. We love our crew, but like there's definitely like a pressure to like, you know, get on tour, and that changes the dynamic a little bit. But we've all worked through it, and I think we're closer now than we ever have been, to be honest.
No, it's
Yeah,
beautiful.
we don't like fight enough anymore.
Because feeling the pressure in your passion is like is the worst thing that could happen to another. So keep the old vibe, the old friendly vibe of the first day.
Yes, stay on the same page.
I guess, yeah, is the most important thing. Guys, can you tell us about your biggest music achievements you earned so far? And also your non-musical achievements.
Yeah.
Something that you're proud of, you know.
Yeah.
It's just, you know, you were talking about pride, and I can see you in your words, I can see in your eyes, and it's freaking beautiful. I'm sure that people at home will appreciate it a lot. But maybe coming from you, what do you consider to be?
I think one of the things I'll say is that we get told this a lot, but there's not very many bands. I mean, school band is what some people say, but it's not true because Josh didn't actually go to our school, so it's not fully true. But a lot of bands tend to meet with the intention of being a band, and we never really did. We did to an extent, but it always just originated as being friends. And I think the fact that we all just pretty much just all hang out as four all the time.
Yeah.
Like whether we're working or not, you pretty much see us together, which is, dare I would say the word cute. I'd probably use the word cute, yeah. But yeah, it's nice. I think it's genuine, which is a lot of people. I don't know if that helps with the music as much. Maybe we'd be better musicians if we had a bit of edge, but I'm glad that I'm glad that we're still friends throughout it, which is once again cute.
It's cute. Let's own it.
Let's just admit it.
Do we have a sound for that?
Yeah, there must
I'll
be.
try.
That's kind of nice.
That's good.
I'll do it. Nice.
What do you think?
I would say that. But
I agree with you.
We've also had some like really good, like hometown gigs.
Yeah, that's of course.
Like we played the 3 Arena on the back of our second album, and like I think especially because we left Ireland pretty early to like tour in the UK, we always felt like we felt a bit guilty,
Yeah.
Okay.
and
Betraying the mother country.
Yeah, I think so.
I see that.
But you have to do it. I think you have to like expose yourself, and unfortunately, like a lot of the noise is in London, so we had to go. But I think then we did the 3 Arena, which was like it was so beautiful. Like 'cause all our families were there, our friends, who were like supporting us from day one. That was like a beautiful moment.
Yeah.
It was like we all knew it. We got there, and we all like really tried at sound check, which I think means that it's a special day. And it was beautiful. It was really, really special.
Yeah, you saw the whole journey kind of coming to fruition, and everyone that has been a part of it, maybe just even with a show of support, even if they haven't with the music, but they were there,
They were there for us, and it was just like it was mad. And I think as well because when on tour, like you lose a bit of your like normal life. Like all our friends are like moving on, and we come home and we're like, "Hey guys, where is everybody?" And they're all like, "We don't live here anymore. Like we don't hang out with that friend group anymore. I'm not with that girl anymore."
Yeah.
And that's weird. It's very weird. But yeah, it's you definitely have to make a big effort to like stay in touch. Yeah.
That's something that as we grow, it's I think everyone is
also
coming to terms with that.
Growing far from home, I guess.
Oh yeah.
I'm not from Milan. I live like a 4 hours of train till here. And it happens in a different way, clearly. But also to me, I came back with Andrea, the other guy that were here with us before, after like 5 months of working here in Milan. And every time we don't know if our friends, if we are still friends, and all these kind of things. It's fucking weird thing of living the life here and also the life in our hometown.
Because you went to college in the UK.
Yeah, I went to Loughborough University.
Oh wow,
the sporty
dickheads,
Sorry,
you don't seem like that.
No, I don't. But I've made also friends.
Yeah.
It was a really British university. Like I had a lot of friends from London, mainly. I would say not many Italian people going in the UK Midlands, I guess. And why would they probably? But
you stayed 5 years
I was
far from Italy.
Wow, 5 years.
Yeah, because I then worked in London because of course after you finish uni in the UK, that's kind of the regular path, and also I was attracted for the same reasons you were saying from the noise, that London brings you. Then it's a city that it gives you a lot, but it takes a lot.
If you don't if you don't respect it, it'll kill you.
It does. It does. I always like to quote this Oscar Wilde line that said, "If you're tired of London, you're tired of life."
Wow.
Which I find
Incredible, bro.
Which I find
I was ready.
when you heard Oscar
Wilde, I was ready. Yes, okay, let's do it.
he's about to drop the line. No, but I also find that it's true, but it's also very it's very big. You always feel like a little ant in a
Totally.
huge world. And,
Yeah, like you could drown or something. Yeah.
exactly, and you
Yeah.
could drown or you could disappear and no one would notice. And,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
that's a
scary.
weird.
That's
That's
scary.
a scary
That's fucking
feeling.
scary,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah, yeah.
So then I went to Barcelona because I wanted some beer and vibes.
Sunny and like seaside.
And then I
Yeah.
came back here, similar to what you
And we
guys
meet each other.
Exactly.
Ah,
That's
cute. Oh, nice.
cute. Yeah, there you go.
Oh, shit.
Didn't work for you, man.
Sad.
Okay.
I love this fucking trap drum.
I love
That's
this
awesome.
interview. I wish it will never finish, but we gotta let the guys, get to their stuff. They also have to fly back.
True.
I think
Yeah.
tonight.
We
So
are.
one question each
Yeah.
to conclude.
I'll take this one. You take the first one. It's
okay.
more complicated to say in English.
Yeah, he wrote a really difficult question for me.
really?
yeah. Because when we are like your like international guest, I write the question in Italian,
Yeah.
so I can like think about all
Yeah,
the
yeah.
focus things, and then I send to Andy like please translate in English so I can send to the discography, and it's okay. We will do it.
No, but this is a cool one, Like
Right.
the first time he sent it to me, I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna translate this. How do I translate your brain?
Yeah.
But I get what he means because he says, people in media tend a lot to ask, to artists like you, what do you want to become? But we like that you guys are both clear and happy with those things that are not clear. So we wanted to ask you what you will never become.
Wow. Oh, man. Hopefully assholes come to mind. Yeah. But I fear we may already be.
This is the coolest answer we will get to today.
Dare I
Today.
say, satisfied as well.
Yeah.
Because we always make albums, and no matter how much we think they're good,
True.
there's always a part of us that thinks they can be better. I think that's an important part. I'm sure you guys do that with podcasts as well. It's an important part of being a creative, is that if you ever get satisfied, then you stop kind of looking for more.
Yeah.
So I'd say that, yeah.
I think it's stay human.
Yeah.
Stay human.
Because
That
it
is
can
a cool
it can
quote.
it can really touring can be quite soulless as well if you don't actively kind of appreciate it for what it is and like really ride the ups and downs. You can like get knocked down, and I think then you can lose a bit of the passion. So I think hopefully to just keep seeing things in a fresh light. Yeah.
That's beautiful. I think best one so far.
Damn.
That sounds so far.
All right.
Sorry. Yeah. I was going to say, sorry.
It's quite an Oscar Wilde quote. Stay human.
Exactly. It's also from Oscar Wilde, actually.
Stay human. So, guys, in the end, as Linkin Park would say, we'll see you in Milan in April. What do you expect about Italian audience and about Italian music experience
Honestly,
at Fabric?
Yeah.
Fabric.
Great
We've had some crazy gigs here, I'm not going to lie. I think of all the places... Yeah, I think of all the places in Europe anyway, maybe in the world, the Italian fans are different.
A different gravy.
And it's pretty much only in a positive way.
Yeah.
we did nearly get we got like a somewhat
Our only kind of
assaulted.
Beatles moment.
Yeah, we got somewhat assaulted. I think it was the first time we played Milan. Our manager was on the bus and he was giving us shit. And he was like, "You guys, you need to go out there and talk to some of these fans. They've been out there all day." And we were like, "Yeah, we did that earlier. We've been out, of course." And he's like, "Just go out there. There's only a few." So anyway, he leaves the bus and then we go out and there was hundreds of people, and we were pinned to the bus.
Yeah.
And Eli said his bum was grabbed multiple times.
Somebody licked my hand. It was like people were putting joints in my mouth.
Yeah.
It was pretty great.
But it was it was like a whirlwind or like a tornado. But afterwards we just got back on the bus and we were like, that was crazy.
It was so surreal.
But it was amazing. And I think there's just there seems to be a fire in Italians, and it's similar in Ireland because people come to Ireland who are from other countries and they say they feel that when they play shows, and we feel that when we're here. It's like a hunger when you're at the shows. It's like they want more and they're here for a reason. And it's really good.
It makes you play better, honestly. Like there's a serious when the crowd has passion and like you feel the anticipation. Like we always have the best gigs, So looking forward to it.
Yeah.
26th of April.
26th of
April.
April, gonna be there.
At the fabric.
We can't
wait,
We
bro.
can't
We
wait,
can't wait.
honestly, guys. After meeting you even more, you know, it's we're really pumped, and I love that. You know, I think Irish people and Italian people always
Oh, definitely.
Yeah,
always
like
connect.
bond,
Always.
Always.
Because it's family and food.
Yeah.
I think.
There
It's
you
like,
go.
well, music, of course.
Yeah, you're better music, we're better food.
Yeah.
I'd say we can
This is
agree
the-
on that.
100%.
You're way better food.
And you are way better music, let me say that. I'll say
I
that for
don't
you.
know
So,
about that, man.
Well, as long as we can come back here after the gig, we'll be happy.
Bro,
guys, you have
it's
a
a
whole
promise.
Yeah, we'll have a little after party here. Maybe. That'd be a
You have
vibe.
even if a breakfast party, you know,
Yeah,
you have a
yeah.
home in Milan now here
Thanks.
anytime you guys want. Thanks for this
for beers and
interview.
vibes after
For
the
beers
beers and
and
vibes
vibes.
after the gigs.
Do we want to do the bullet questions?
No, after.
After.
We cut the record now and okay.
Perfect.
Guys, thank you so
you.
much for stay with us. You're
was awesome.
fucking cool guys. We can't wait to see you again.
Likewise.
Thank
So
you,
are
man.
you. You guys are cool as well.
Thanks.
Thank you.
We very
And
much
we're all
enjoyed
cute.
this.
And we're all cute.
Let's go talk about poetry.
In the building, Eli and Rob from Inhaler. Thank you so much. See you next episode.
Thank you.
Yo.